Baby, babe, baby.
Kind of more like, baby.
She's gonna bring up the fact that she knew about the ring and everything like that.
I checked his email to make sure the coupon sent, and I saw a receipt from K Jewelers. We met through work because we work for the same company.
She'd be walking out from the side doors, and I'd always say, "Who's that blonde?"
He came over to my desk to set up my office phone. I was like, well, he's pretty cute.
6 months later, some friends invited me out for St. Patty's Day.
And I met up with some coworkers. And with these coworkers was Tim.
She decided to stick around and hang out with the rest of us, so that worked out for us. When we first started out dating, Katelyn wasn't a very good cook.
It's true, I really didn't know how to cook before Tim.
She had to Google how to open a can with a can opener.
And I always was under the impression that if you could read a book, if you could read, you knew how to cook. Not the case.
She's come along. Now she makes exquisite food.
But one thing I have yet to master is Tim can look at a recipe and look at the ingredients. He'll be like, yeah, it looks good, but you should add maybe like onion powder or garlic powder. Like, you know, something that wasn't already included with the ingredients, but made it better.
This is just a prelude to me being a fat kid, that's all.
No! So I go onto the website, try to print out the coupons from his phone. It's not connecting to our Bluetooth printer. So I just got frustrated. I was like, you know what? I'll just have them sent to his email and I'll print them out that way. Well, when I did that, I checked his email to make sure the coupon sent, and I saw a receipt from K Jewelers.
It was a lot longer planning than she thought. I knew right about Christmas that I wanted to marry her.
I kept it a secret from him for maybe a week, and then I accidentally spilled the beans that, hey, I found out I didn't find the ring, because trust me, I looked through the house and I couldn't find it.
A friend of ours, Chris, asked us about going to the Dominican. I was like, this is perfect timing. You know, I was thinking about proposing right around the same time anyway.
A month later, we had planned a trip to go to the Dominican Republic and go to Punta Cana. So I was like, oh, he's probably going to propose then, I hope.
That made the next month and a half hell for me, especially after she found out about the ring and kept badgering me about it.
We booked this dune buggy excursion that friends had gone on and said, oh, it was a ton of fun, and we're like, okay, great, we'll book it for the next day.
Once we finally got in the Dominican, I was trying to think of the perfect spot to propose, and the whole time we wanted to go on an excursion, so I thought, you know, we gotta find an excursion.
The dune buggy excursion, part of it is they stop you and they take you down into this cave that you can go swim in. And by this point, we were all soaked from the rain that everybody was just going into the cave water. It was beautiful. It was like a clear blue.
That's where I did it. My muscles weren't working very good because it was freezing out at the time, or we were freezing from the rain anyway. And so I probably could have drowned easily at that point.
So he goes underwater, and then he brings up the ring. And stupid me, I was like, oh my, I thought it was somebody on the excursion had lost their ring. So I'm like, oh, and then I put two and two together, and I was like, oh!
But I worked up enough energy to hold up the ring and ask her, and she said yes.
Where do we see each other in 5 years?
I see us in North Carolina, personally. I don't know. I see us in warmer weather.
We both want a lake house. So there's that. And then kids. We'll see after how the first one feels, how many more I'm gonna have. And just being happy. That's really about it. Thank you for being my person, and thank you for being just who you are in general. It made me fall in love with you, and going through this crazy wedding planning process hasn't been easy. I don't think it's easy for anybody.
It's gonna be a hell of a ride for the both of us.
I think we can conquer anything together, and I'm just so excited to start this new chapter of life with you as husband and wife.
I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you.
I love you, Tim.
I love you, Kate.
Tim and I just want to thank everybody for coming today from all over and joining in our special occasion. We can't thank you enough.
Please welcome us for the first time as Mr. and Mrs. Timothy Story. Now pull up your pants and let's get ready to party.